Markets are crashing. We're dealing with this virus. But right now, for scammers, this is the best opportunity they've ever seen. I'm bringing in an expert to help you. So sit back, grab your cup of coffee, let's get started. Hello, this is Michael Loftus with Wealth and Wisdom TV, where education is the key to a successful financial future. First up, don't forget, click show more for additional information and links on today's video. And we've got a lot down there from our expert. Also, if you're looking for a different opinion than that of Wall Street and big TV, trust me, you do right now. Please do consider subscribing. So today, we're going to bring in a expert on identity protection, right? Financial, wealth, wisdom, yes, but we want to bring some wisdom today. This is a problem, and it's a big problem right now. How many of you have gotten emails and texts looking for money, whatever the case might be? So, without further ado, let's go to our expert. All right, everyone, welcome back. As I said, I have a special guest today, Dana Mantilla from Identity Protection Planning. Really, Dana, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Good. Now, hopefully we can nail this one. I've had a couple technical difficulties over here, but it is what it is. So Dana and I connected on LinkedIn a few months back. We're going to do some videos. I thought this was a great topic for my clients and viewers. Then, of course, the market got a little bit crazy, but then there's some things happening right now I think everyone can benefit from. So first up, Dana, tell me about yourself, your company, and what you do.
All right. Well, our company is Identity Protection Planning, and we offer identity theft protection plans for customers. And also we have a platform for financial advisors or insurance agents and whoever has a pool of clients that they want to offer identity theft protection to. As far as my videos go on LinkedIn, I realized early on that there really is a very big need still for education in the identity theft and cyber crimes world. So it's kind of a boring topic though. So I figured we can break them down to short little tidbits of information and add a little humor. Maybe people will remember some of the tidbits. And so far, I think it's been going pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt. I think that Gary V, if you ever watched him, he says we have to be educating and entertaining. And, I try and do the same thing. Obviously, I've got a serious topic as well. And I think you do a fantastic job. You caught my eye with some of your videos, and then we linked up, and I truly do enjoy them. But more importantly, I've learned from them. And that's what I hopefully want to share today. So let's get into my clients, pre-retirees, retirees. My viewers on YouTube are really split, male, female, 50 and above. So pretty much like my clients. So what are the top 3 things that they should be concerned about or should take action on today?
Well, one of the things I'm always harping about is changing your passwords and also your emails. Everyone doesn't really take into consideration these data breaches that are going on all over the place. And a lot of these, sometimes it is just your email and your password. People think, well, it's not that big of a deal. They just have my email address. But here's a great website you could go to. We'll put it on the screen or send some kind of a link so your audience can see, but it's Have I Been Pwned? And you put your email address right in there and it immediately will pop up if it's been involved in a data breach. And if it has, I either suggest you stop using that email and get a new one, or that you change your password for each of your different accounts to different, very long, very strong, complex passwords. That's going to be very helpful. If you do, because some people have to use the same email, they don't have a new one. So that's one thing I always suggest is the passwords and finding out if your email's been involved in the data breach.
Great. And obviously, like I've said before, 1Password is my program. I use it personally and also as a business owner. And what's great is I have the team version so I can share. I can share things with my wife. She has her account, the stuff that we need to share. And in my company, I've got marketing. She only has access to the marketing passwords. Ashley, my operations manager, has access to everything. So you're able to set up who can see what. The other nice thing, as she was saying, was you can generate passwords. It is tough to come up with new password. Everybody knows my Villanova thing, right? You know how many times I've used Nova BB or whatever, or Padraig or Bridget, my daughter Claire. I mean, I've run out of the amount of time. So I have one password generate those for me. So great idea. So here we are right now, and the reason it kind of spurred the call this week, we're in this virus. It's a crisis, okay? And unfortunately, this is like the Super Bowl for scammers.
Yep.
Okay. Already I'm getting texts, I'm getting emails. Saw an article this morning. People are calling seniors saying, we just need your information so we can get your check out, etc. So let's talk about that and how we protect ourselves from that.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're right. This is just a whole new, ball of tricks that the identity thieves are going to be able to take advantage of. So let's remember that nobody from a government agency is going to be contacting you over the phone. The government does not need to talk to you to get these checks processed. They will just take care. They already have your information. They're not going to call and ask for any personal information. If somebody calls or actually shows up at your home, we've heard of this, pretending that they're from the CDC, saying that they need personal information on the occupants in the house. That's not true either. If someone does come to your home, close the door immediately and then just yell through the door, we're calling 911 to verify that you should actually be here. And I'm sure that will make them run away. And, the police will be on their way if you need to do that. So that's a whole nother little area that's happening.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like I said, I've gotten, we're ready to loan you money, all kinds of different things. So it's crazy. Now, tell me about, when it comes to email, you talked about some ideas where people can see the website address and things like that.
Yeah, a lot of emails, and these emails are very good looking. They're not like back in the day when they used to be from some Nigerian prince looking to send you $10 million. They look very, very good, very legitimate, and a good way to always stop and think, and let's take an extra minute to stop and think nowadays, is before you're going to click on an email, hover over where it says that it's from, and it will actually show you where is that email actually from. And it's the same thing if you hover over a website that it says, hey, go to this website to check this out. When you hover over it, it will show you whether or not that's the website and if it's a secure website. So that's a nice little trick to know. And when in doubt, don't click. Some of these things that click on here to see the map of the latest coronavirus outbreak. And while you're clicking on that map, you're downloading malware onto your computer. So again, it's just another trick.
Yeah, two things. I personally will have a link below. John Hopkins has really the best website on able to track the coronavirus information. Obviously, it's verified. In the corner there in the web address, you can see the secure logo to know you're going to a secure site. So we'll make sure everyone has access to that. How about opting out? I do it because I get crazy with all these. Good or bad idea?
Well, I agree. It's overwhelming, the emails. But I think that sometimes what happens is those opt-outs is you're actually giving your email address to whether it be some kind of a warehouse, and then they're going to sell your information off to somebody else. So you may stop getting an email from whoever you're opting out of, but then who knows who you're giving permission to. So just delete the emails. That's what I always suggest. Just don't even open them. Just delete them. I know they're overwhelming at this point. And again, if you get a new email address and use them only for specific things like your financing or your important things, and you have one that every time you go to the store and they're asking for your email address, you could just give away that one and then not care if it gets clogged up with all kinds of junk.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Let me see. I think I have 4 different emails from my different things I'm involved with. And it's like, I don't even know. I got one of these spams for the coronavirus. I have a email. I'm a high school coach for a golf team. I'm like, how did they get this? Like, there's only about 5 people I've ever emailed from that address, and they got it somehow. And it just, because I got the same email yesterday from the same scammer, one to the golf address and one to me personally. It's crazy how you can do that. So real quick, give me your website address again so everyone knows how to reach you.
The website is identityprotectionplanning.com.
I think this is great. I mean, again, for our clients, they're always concerned about going on websites, and we still have paper mail going out. Any other services you can think about? I think you mentioned something about the post office.
Yes, the post office has a free service that they offer that They take pictures every day of everyone's mail. And if you sign up for the service, you can have access to those pictures. And then when you get home, that mail that you saw the pictures of, that should actually be in your mailbox. So you can see if anything is missing. And this ties into the credit card offers that some of us are getting in the mail. And you can actually opt out of those. If you go to opt out pre-approved, and you could just say, I would no longer like to receive these. They'll stop sending them to you. And then if down the road you decide you do want to get a credit card and want to see what offers are out there, you can just go back on and you can sign up. But it's one way to take, those are a little hot commodity in a mailbox, is the credit card offers. If an identity thief can get in there and take that out of there. So you'll stop getting them. And if you do get them and you don't need them, make sure you're shredding them before you're throwing them away, as opposed to just tossing it in the garbage, because then there's some identity thieves that are going through the garbage looking for this stuff.
It's crazy. I get so many of those. It's not even funny. Thank you for that tip. I'm going on as soon as we're done this video. So again, before we wrap things up, any other suggestions or thoughts for our clients as it pertains to where we are right now with this virus and protecting themselves?
Again, I think it's just, let's just stop and think of, people that you don't know you. They're not going to be calling you looking for information. Don't give out any personal information. If somebody does call you and you really think maybe this is legitimate, then say, you know what, I really need to contact you back, and then go and find out what their phone number is from another third-party source. Don't just, if they say, oh, call me back at this number, and you call them back at that number. So that's it. I would just say check and then check and then check again that something is legitimate.
That is a good idea. I hate to say this, but my sister once broke her ankle in Cabo or something. And I got an email from a doctor. I'm like, what, are you kidding me? And I text her, he goes, yes, I'm in the hospital. So it is true sometimes, although there's a lot of scams. Dana, this was great. I think for our viewers here, wealth and wisdom, right? Obviously, we talk about our wealth, but wisdom, it's about educating, and it's not just on investments. Yes, of course, that's what we do, but it's things like this that we do for our clients, our viewers, to help better educate them and help them in their life. Michael Loftus, Wealth and Wisdom TV. Dana, thank you so much. And thanks everyone for watching. We'll talk to you all soon.